Two ETFs, same sector. Nearly identical fees. One is up 67% this year, the other is up 49%. And over 10 years, the gap between them is worth over $3,000 on every $1,000 you invested. This is the most searched ETF comparison in all of 2026, and today we're settling it. SMH, the VanEck Semiconductor ETF, and SOXX, the iShares Semiconductor ETF, are the two largest semiconductor ETFs in the world. And if you're building an AI infrastructure portfolio, you probably need one of them. The question is which one and why. That answer is not as simple as picking the one with the better recent return. Let's break it down layer by layer. Before we get to the numbers, you need to understand what you're actually owning when you buy either of these funds, because the difference in construction is the entire story. SMH tracks the market vector US listed Semiconductor Index. It holds just 26 stocks, 26 companies out of hundreds of publicly traded semiconductor firms globally. And it weights them by market capitalization, meaning the biggest companies get the biggest slice of your money. As of mid-2026, Nvidia alone represents over 15% of the fund. TSMC, the Taiwanese foundry that manufactures chips for Apple, Nvidia, AMD, and almost everyone else, sits at about 9%. The top 10 holdings together represent 60 to 70% of the entire fund. One important thing most people miss, despite being called a US-listed fund, SMH has significant international exposure, most notably TSMC and ASML, the Dutch company that makes the extreme ultraviolet lithography machines that are essential for manufacturing the world's most advanced chips. You cannot build a leading-edge semiconductor without ASML's equipment. Owning SMH means owning that global supply chain. SOXX tracks the NYSE Semiconductor Index and holds 30 stocks, 4 more than SMH, but the bigger difference is how those stocks are weighted. SOXX uses a modified equal weight tilt. It puts tighter caps on its largest positions, which means Nvidia sits at just 8.49% of the fund, less than half its weight in SMH. The result is that companies like Micron Technology, AMD, Applied Materials, Lam Research, and KLA carry larger relative weights in SOXX than they do in SMH. SOXX is a stronger bet on the broader semiconductor value chain, not just chip design and manufacturing, but the equipment makers that build the machines that make the chips. Think of it this way. SMH is betting heavily that the largest chip companies keep winning. SOXX is betting that the entire semiconductor ecosystem, design, manufacturing, equipment, memory, all participate in the AI build-out. Two different philosophies. Here's where it gets interesting, because the recent performance numbers tell a completely different story, depending on which time window you use. Over the trailing 12 months, SOXX returned 112.93% compared to SMH's 92.96%, a 19 percentage point gap. SOXX delivered 21.48% more return than SMH. That is not a rounding error. That is a massive outperformance by SOXX. Why? The chip cycle widened in 2026 beyond GPUs into high bandwidth memory, foundry capacity, networking silicon, advanced packaging, and wafer fabrication equipment. SOXX's heavier tilt toward equipment makers like Applied Materials, Lam Research, and KLA meant it captured more of that broadening rally. When the AI trade is narrow and concentrated in Nvidia, SMH wins. When the trade broadens across the whole semiconductor supply chain, SOXX wins, and in 2026, the trade broadened. But now flip to the long run. Over 5 years, SMH returned 366% compared with SOXX at 282%. So far, the long-run winner is SMH, driven by its heavier concentration in Nvidia and TSMC during the years when those two companies carried the entire sector. In an AI bull market where Nvidia is surging, SMH's heavier Nvidia position has been a meaningful tailwind. If you believe Nvidia continues to dominate AI compute for the next decade, that extra Nvidia weight in SMH is a feature, not a bug. If you think the AI trade broadens and Nvidia's dominance gets competed away, SOXX's lower Nvidia weight becomes the advantage. SMH holds TSMC and ASML as major positions, two of the most critical companies in the global semiconductor supply chain, but headquartered outside the United States. This gives SMH broader global exposure, but also introduces geopolitical risk, particularly around Taiwan. SOXX is more US focused in its construction, with a tighter tilt toward US headquartered equipment makers and chip designers. Fees are effectively tied, SMH at 0.35% and SOXX at 0.34%. On a $50,000 position, that's about a $5 annual difference. Here's how I would go about deciding between these two funds. And I want to be clear, this is not a choice between good and bad. Both are excellent funds in the same sector. The choice is about which version of the semiconductor thesis fits your portfolio and your temperament. If you believe Nvidia continues to dominate AI compute infrastructure for the next decade, you want global supply chain exposure, including TSMC and ASML, you're comfortable with higher concentration in a smaller number of names, and you're thinking in 5 to 10 year horizons where SMH's long-run track record speaks for itself, then SMH is for you. But if you believe the AI trade broadens beyond Nvidia into memory equipment and the wider semiconductor value chain, which is exactly what is happening in 2026 and has given SOXX its outperformance year to date, then SOXX is for you. It gives you slightly lower single name concentration risk, heavier exposure to equipment makers like Applied Materials, Lam Research, and KLA, the companies that build the machines that build the chips. SOXX has had the better 2026 year to date because the semiconductor rally broadened across the whole value chain and SOXX was better positioned to capture it. But over 5 years, over 10 years, through every cycle the semiconductor industry has seen, SMH has delivered more, driven by its concentrated bet on the sector's largest winners. This is not a question of which fund is better. It's a question of which version of the semiconductor thesis you believe in: concentrated AI leadership with SMH, or broader semiconductor cycle participation with SOXX, or both. Where you land depends on whether you expect returns to stay with the largest chip names or to keep widening across the production chain. The goal isn't to chase the hottest investment, it's to understand what you own and why you own it. Whether you're investing in semiconductors for AI, long-term growth, or diversification, having a clear strategy will matter far more than trying to perfectly time the next rally. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos like this. And I'd love to hear from you. If you were putting new money to work today, which ETF would you choose? Let me know your reasoning down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.